Geoenergy is obviously a pure uranium exploration and development play. We listed on the London Stock Exchange back in November. We've got a principal deposit, which is the Henkries uranium deposit in South Africa, 80 kilometers north of Springbok. It's a superficial deposit, so 90% of the mineralisation is between 5 and 8 meters below surface, so it's very easy to mine. It's in sand, no drilling, no blasting. It was discovered by Anglo in the 70s. They spent 30 million developing it, running pilot plants, 18,000 meters of borehole, 211 test pits, so it's been significantly explored, and essentially what we're doing is we're updating the sort of feasibility study and the data to get it into production, and that will be a simple acid plant, same as the rest of the simple uranium plants in the world, and getting into production as fast as we possibly can. It's small, but it's got the potential to be significantly bigger than what it stands at the minute. Right now, we're fully funded and we're going to update the feasibility study to get to a scoping estimate, which will be by the end of March, beginning of April. At that point, there's two legs. We can either go straight into a full feasibility study so that we can look at different funding streams, maybe it's debt, some offtake agreements, etc. Or we'll go to our principal investor and say, listen, this is the ballpark of where the capex and the opex is going to be. Are they prepared to put the money on the table so we can go straight through our application of a mining right and essentially go straight into a feed and be in sort of construction in sort of 12 to 18 months time. Well, I'd say a little bit longer than that, maybe 14 months from now we could be starting construction. So that's the fast track if we can get that route, but as we sit at the minute and as we've told the market, we're going to take the standard route of getting to the feasibility study by the end of this year. In terms of the longer term development, we know that we've only explored about 10% of the paleochannel, and we've got the deposit where it sits at the minute. We know the source of the uranium because we've got radiometric analysis of the entire Northern Cape region. So we know where the uranium's coming in, we know how it gets deposited, and we've got an idea of where to drill far better than any of the previous owners had. You've got a spike in the uranium price as it stands at the minute, and that's to try and drive investment into the uranium market. There's been a dearth of people exploring uranium. Back in 2006, 2008, there was something like 800 different people that were trying to explore for uranium. There's maybe 30 on the various bourses now. And that's going to grow, obviously, with the increase in the uranium price and the fact that it demarginalizes a lot of the more expensive deposits. From our perspective, we've got a very, very low cost deposit. It's easy to mine, easy to process. So we're not looking at a long-term uranium price from our perspective, but if you look at the market in general, you've got things like the COP28 announcement where there's 21 countries that have now said they're going to triple their nuclear energy producing capacity, and they're going to do that by 2050. You've got a huge number of SMRs that are now going to be built into places like China and India. The UK is looking at a number of SMRs as well, and SMRs are small modular reactors, not the big reactors that you normally see from nuclear. That's an additional to what we're seeing is there's about 100 reactors under construction, 45 reactors under construction, and about 100 that are scheduled to be built over the course of the next 5 to 10 years. And we're just seeing that number grow. So you're going to see a significant demand in the base load of uranium, and that's also driving the fact that there's a shortage of the primary producers. So the big boys that are in the marketplace in terms of the Kazatoproms and the Camecos, okay, they're all struggling with declining production, and you need a number of people that need to come into the market to replace that production. And so there's a large space for small guys like ourselves or the bigger guys coming in at a later stage. But that needs a higher uranium price. And the base price for the bulk of the market to come together is around about $75 to $80. Okay, we're seeing it at $107 at present. If you look at some of the latest research, the Cantor research, Cantor Fitzgerald, I think have come in there, sort of short-term spot price and term price is $120 for this year, $130 next year, $140 the year after, $150. So I mean, they're seeing the fact that the uranium price has to go up to bring more supply into the market, and that takes time.